All right, welcome to this setup video. We're going to look at some of the things you'll need in order to participate in this class. So the first thing you're going to need is a bit of software called VS Code or Visual Studio Code. And you can just type this into Google or DuckDuckGo, whatever have you, and VS Code. And it should be well, in this case, Udemy was the first, but it's an ad. So you want the one that says Visual Studio Code, and it's code.visualstudio.com. And then it should have your version. If you're using Windows or Mac, it shouldn't matter. It should download for you. Go ahead and install it with the default options, and you can tweak it however you'd like. But for most things, the default options will be fine. Once you have it downloaded and installed, go ahead and run it. And it'll come up with a window, something looking like this. You'll want to go to extensions, and you'll want to make sure that Python is installed. So do a search for Python. It should be the first one in the list. Yeah, there you go. And then another thing you'll want to do is, in order to run your files, you're going to want to go down to File, and then Preferences, and Keyboard Shortcuts. And I'm going to look for Python run, and run Python file is what you want. Change this key binding to whatever you want. Just double click, and it'll ask you what you want to use for your key binding. Make it something that you can remember. I use Alt R for mine, and then just press enter. So that will allow you to run Python code, but you won't actually be able to run Python code yet because we don't have Python installed. So we need to install that. So you're going to want to go to the Microsoft Store. So just open up your Start menu. If you're on a Mac, I would go to python.org and download it from there. For PC, though, it seems to work better if you install it from the store. So just go to your Start menu, type in Store, and then in the field, go ahead and type in Python. And you want the most recent version, which as of right now is Python 3.1.3.12. So go ahead and install that. You don't need to open it after you've installed it. As long as it's installed, VS Code will know what to do with it. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and close the store. We don't need that anymore. The last thing you're going to need is a GitHub account, because we're going to be using GitHub to host the lessons, and we're going to be using GitHub Classroom for grading assignments and stuff like that. So you're going to just go to sign up, and I've already signed in, so it's not going to let me. I don't want to sign out right now though. So just create an account, get in, and then when you get an assignment, you will see, and you click on the link for the assignment. The first time you do it, it'll ask you this to verify your identity, and ask that GitHub Classroom by GitHub would like permission to do all of this. So just authorize GitHub Classroom. And then when you get to the assignment, it'll say that you need to accept the assignment. Go ahead and accept the assignment. And then I've noticed it doesn't work if you click on this straight away. So first, click on the link to the actual repository, and then scroll down, and then you can open in VS Code. and it'll ask you, do you want to open a VS Code? I'm going to say always allow because I want it to always be able to do that. And then would I like to install GitHub extension Classroom? Uh, you can go ahead and install that if you'd like. And it should pull up the repo. It should have the files. So this is the lesson one's files. And let's see, there's nothing in the README. But that'll pull up lesson one, and then you'll want to do the lesson one exercise. So you will do your code, and so let's just say a banana. So a is equal to banana, and then I would like a, and this is a silly example, but once you are done and you save, it's gonna ask you, I believe this is from GitHub Classrooms. It should ask you to commit for the repo. So you should have admin access, and let me just double check while I have you on the thing here. I just want to make sure that, yep, and students access, update assignment. Okay, so this is the first assignment, and you should have edit access. So go ahead and run those commits. Just click on the, let's get back to our file. Actually, I don't want to have GitHub Classroom open right now. You'll click on this thing that looks like a branch, and you'll commit. And it'll ask you to add a commit message. We'll just say completed assignment or exercise one, which I didn't do because I didn't do what the assignment told me to, but that's okay. And then you'll want to save and exit the file. Once you do that, it'll ask you, do you want to sync changes? This is editor Jason just popping in to say we need one more little bit of software to make this whole thing work. So when you click on this little branch, the source control, you should see this, download Git for Windows, and I imagine it would be the same for Mac. So go ahead and do that. And do you want code to open the external website? Yes, that is fine. And you'll want the 64-bit. Go ahead and install that or download that, and then we can install it. It's not a Microsoft verified app. That's fine. We'll just click install anyway. And then go to, yeah, we'll click yes. Next, next. Yeah, I already installed it. I'm just reinstalling to make this all work. But then we'll go next, next. And then on this page, you need to change your editor from Vim to Visual Studio Code, because that's the editor we're using. And then next. And then just go with the default options on everything up after this point. So just keep going. Whatever Git has as the default, just use that until you get to install, and then just install it, and it'll take just a second. This works in combination with GitHub Classroom in order to make it so you can actually view the repositories. So on your computer, because you need access to you need to in order to be able to actually do the assignments and test your code, you need to be able to do that on your local machine, and this will help you do that. We don't need to launch it, don't need to view the release notes, so I'm just going to click finish, and we can close the tab, and actually I should bring that back up, and I should go to yeah, we'll choose this one right here. And now if I open in Visual Studio Code, open Visual Studio, allow, I'm going to say do not ask me again and just say open. And now we have our repository. All right, now back to the regular video. All right, after I asked you if you want to sync changes, you should be able to reload the page, and then you'll see your commit message next to the assignment. So in this case, I completed exercise 1, and if we go into here, you will see A is equal to banana. All right, I know that was a lot all at once. So if you have trouble with any of it and you're just not able to get it to work, please let me know and I will help you get going. I really want you to be able to be successful in this class. And yeah, we're gonna start the journey of learning to code. So this is gonna be a fun time. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in lesson 1. Bye now.